Happy Vlogmas day one. You guys have seen some videos up till now. I pulled the first of my countdowns. My first dove went up on my countdown calendar. Lorenzo opened up his advent. He did not know he was getting one. He has a Mickey advent. I think it's just Mickey themed. And the sound didn't work, so that's super annoying. Sound worked when I recorded myself a minute ago as a test video. So we're gonna cross our fingers that this actually works this time. But he loved it. I put a little note in. My favorite thing that he said was, "Oh my gosh, I've always wanted one of these." And I did still put the video in with the music playing, and you can see like his face lighting up because he is so excited. That makes me so excited. So, happy Friday. Praise the Lord. This week went by really fast. Like crazy, really fast. Did I do that for you? But comment in the down bar below if your week went by really fast. But mine did, and my students said that they felt the same way. So that's pretty interesting. If you are new here, my name is Amanda. I am Dog Mom Knits on Instagram and Dog Mom Knits 08 on Ravelry. I am opening and knitting with the Castleview Yarns Ice Cream Advent. So I didn't show this yesterday, but this is the card that came with it. It says Ice Cream Shop Daily Advent 2023. So I just think that is so much fun. And I can see the menu is on the back and the colorways look so fun. But I will not be showing this because if you watched Vlogmas last year, and I do have a playlist here on YouTube if you're interested, but if you watched Vlogmas last year, we had a little guessing game going with Sean and Daria, our exchange student last year, and myself, where we were trying to guess what color would be next in the advent calendar. And so this year, because there's a theme to the advent and we have the names and everything, I was trying to think of what we could do. So I am going to open the little mini skein. I'm going to show it to Sean and Lorenzo and Simon if he's home, but tonight he's at tennis. And they are going to try to guess what the ice cream flavor is. So Sean has to leave to go get Simon from tennis. So I'm going to go ahead and open my mini now. Let me just double check that I remember. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open my mini now so that they can guess before he has to leave to go pick up Simon. So this is number one. Yep. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It is, oh my gosh, so beautiful. I saw people opening the Castleview Yarns Advent last year and was like, it is so gorgeous. It was not this. She did a different one last year. I'm obsessed with her yarn. It's also like a 75-25 base, but it's so soft and so squishy. But that's what it looks like. So you guys mentally make your guesses and we're going to let the boys guess. Okay, so that's that. That's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. Can you see it, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's Lorenzo's guess?
I think it's strawberry something.
Okay. What do you think it is?
I originally thought strawberry, but I'm going to go with cherry.
Okay.
Some sort of cherry.
The name of day one is Strawberry Sensation. So 1 point for Lorenzo. High five. No points for you. Lorenzo is winning. Go team.
It'll be no different than last year.
Sean did lose the guessing game last year. Daria and I can't remember who won. Usually it's Daria. She's usually really good at that kind of stuff. She was really good at that stuff. But yep, Strawberry Sensation for the first day of that. It's beautiful. So let's chat. If this is your first day, if you didn't watch Vlogmas Day 0, I am knitting the Lamina Wrap by Amba O'Brien. I did order the tonal that came with this advent. So this is Waffle Cone. Love it. I cast on yesterday and knit the setup rows, which I probably could have cut my yarn, but I didn't. But I have knit the setup rows. But this was, oh my gosh. If you watched Day 0, I was like, guys, I have such a story to tell you. I don't even know what this means for the 2 projects that these needles came off of. Cause yeah, they came off 2 projects. So I didn't have any size 5 needles in a fixed circular. So I was like, well, I'll just go to my interchangeable and I'll just get my size 5s from that. Cause I have the Chalgu interchangeable set. The first year that I was a knitter, Sean bought me the interchangeable set for Christmas. And I was like, well, I'll just use that. I'll just get my 5s. So I didn't have, my 5s weren't in their little pocket. So I was like, well, I wonder what project it's on. Oh, I think I remember it being on my Vibes tee, which is it's a pattern by Tiff Nealon. I'm really far. I'm like, it's a top down top and I'm like past the sleeves. I'm like really close to being done with the body of the sweater or the tee. And so I go look and instantly when I took it out, and I must have knit on this thing in August for hours. I mean, I am not kidding. I'm a couple inches from being finished with where the pattern says to stop. I'm going to knit it longer. And as soon as I looked at the needles, I was like, uh-oh. And Sean had to help me because I can never read the numbers that are on the needles. I was knitting with one size 5 and one size 6. The needle that was in my right hand was a 6 and the one in my left hand was a 5. What does that mean? Like somebody down below tell me, does that mean that I was making stitches on the 6 or was I making stitches on the 5? Because the 6 was in my left hand or in my right hand and the 5 was in my left hand. It either means, it means I was knitting my sweater on a 6 or a 5 and I genuinely don't know which I was doing. Because I can't, I did not have the brain space yesterday to try to figure it out. So then I was like, oh my gosh, where's my other 5? I don't even know how I did that. How I put them back in my Chalgu, case that they come in. And I somehow did not put my 5 together or my 6 together. I'm way too ridiculous about my needles for that to have happened. But apparently it did. So here we are. So I went looking and it was the second wallop cowl that I was knitting or am knitting with my February Advent from 3 Tulips Yarn Co. Same thing. I had the 6 in my right hand and the 5 in my left hand. So I almost burst into tears sitting there. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Because I obviously gauge swatched, but I don't know for the Vibes tee, but I don't know if I gauge swatched on a 5 or a 6 now. I have no idea if I've been y'all help me out. Was I knitting with a 6 or was I knitting with a 5? I may have to rip back that entire sweater. I'll take a picture and put it up here of what it is in case you didn't see the podcast where I talked about it in August and the beginning of September. Yeah. The cowl I'm not as worried about. I mean, I'm worried about it, like in the sense of like, that's really frustrating, but it doesn't have to fit. That Vibes tee has to fit. So, yeah. I don't know. I have no idea how I did that. You see this is our TV and Lorenzo is sitting right there playing video games, playing a video game. What video game are you playing?
Kingdom Hearts.
What is it? Kingdom Hearts? He's playing Kingdom Hearts. It's a Disney. It's like had a Disney theme. His little sidekicks are Goofy and Donald.
Not in this game.
Oh, not in this game. Oh my goodness. Who are your sidekicks?
Nobody.
He has no sidekicks. I guess he's gonna have to figure out how to do all this stuff on his own then.
I can't.
You can't?
It's sad, yeah.
He's miserable. So yeah. That was an adventure. So I got started much later last night than I thought I would because I was really frustrated. It is also, I don't know if you guys could see, the only cord that I had because I just assumed that I had size 5s. So I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. I'll just pull, like fixed size 5s. I just assumed I had them and then so why are you, oh my goodness gracious. It is like completely tangled, but this is the cord it's on right now. This big old long thing. So I did order size 5s on a 40-inch cord so that I don't have to keep like managing them on these big long things. Because that's just going to get annoying. Like I know myself enough to know that that's just going to get annoying because this is, and then I'm going to go and put these back on the projects that I took them off of so that I have them cause I know something's wrong. And so now I can go and, well, after Advent. I don't think I'm going to even give myself permission to think about that until after Advent. But after Advent, I'm going to go and try to figure out what it means for those two projects that I was knitting, one on a 5 and one on a 6. So Simon will be coming back from tennis soon with Sean. My hair is such a mess. We are going to have dinner. Simon will get to open his Advent, so I will not spoil it for you. Please stay tuned. And then at 11:15, 11:30 tonight, we are taking Lorenzo to meet up with his local coordinator and a bunch of the, oh my gosh, the hiccups. A bunch of the exchange students and a few of the parents, not me, because I'm old, are going to New York City on a bus trip. So they're going to leave tonight at 11:30. They're going to get to New York about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Spend about 12 hours in New York, so 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And their coordinator has all kinds of things planned for them. Daria did this trip last year. We did this trip 2 years ago with Mary, our exchange student. And then they come home they get back on the bus at 8 and they come back. Usually it's like 3:30 or 4 if they don't hit any traffic. So it should be a really good day. He has never been to New York City. His trip here was his first trip to the US. So that's pretty fun. So yeah, he's going to get to do that. Maybe he'll send me some pictures and I'll be able to include it in my video. I haven't asked him about that. Can you send me pictures so I can show the people?
I will if I remember.
He said I will if I remember. So I'll just text him tomorrow and remind him. So I'm going to go wind my mini, my Strawberry Sensation mini, and get started on the lace portion of the Lamina wrap. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be really pretty. Especially in that kind of like speckly goodness that yarn is. I did post earlier like in November, that I had decided that I was going to do a little Mina wrap, and I had gotten the Castle View yarns, and Jen of Castle View Yarns commented on that post on Instagram and said, oh my gosh, it's going to look beautiful. Like that pattern will look great with the yarn. So that was really nice to hear. So I'm excited to start in on the first mini and the first lace pattern, lace repeat. See how it goes. So yeah, it's 6:45 in the evening, and we still have quite a few things to do today. So enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Vlogmas. I probably won't talk again on the camera. I might, but maybe I won't. But thanks again for tuning in, for joining me, for coming back after my little hiatus. I'm really grateful to have you guys in my life and as viewers, and to celebrate Christmas with you, because that's really how I feel when I record Vlogmas, is that we're celebrating Christmas together. So thank you guys. And I'm going to go wind up my mini. So happy knitting.